Hey shooters, it's time to look at 25 ACP pocket pistols again. I've got an old video I did a couple years ago when I only had two 25 ACPs. I picked up a couple more since then, so I figured we'll do another review and kind of do some comparison. And I'm going to do a little bit of a ranking systems here and see which one kind of comes out based on my ranking. And this is purely my opinion. So let's get started. I've got four pistols here. We'll start with this little Astra Cub. I'm sorry, this is a Astra Firecat, which is a 200. This guy was made in Spain, obviously by Astra. These also go, I did a ranking as far as pricing, and on pricing, what I did was look at the sold gun broker ads for just your average used price. You know, not anything pristine, not a rust bucket. So this guy right here, just real quick, it's a clone of a FN 1906, which this one is here too, but we'll get to that. Meaning it does have a safety. Also, all these are all unloaded and checked, by the way. This one also has a grip safety right here, just like the 06 and just like the Colt we'll get to. Again, made in Spain, Firecat, heel release. You can look at this slide. It has just two gutters, basically, for sights. You know, for these guns, these are really gut guns. You know, you're not going to really be hitting anything at 25 yards away. So I guess that might be okay for these types of guns. So this one goes for about $200 to $300, putting it as the least expensive on the list here. Up next, we've got a Colt Junior, ironically also made by Astra. This is a Colt Junior, and you can even see on the other side here, it says made in Spain for Colt. So it's made at the Astra plant. Colt Junior, it changes to the push button mag release, a little bit better sights, actual sights, pretty good trigger, same style safety. These go for about $400 to $500 used, made 58 to 68. This guy right here, they stopped producing these in 68 due to the assault weapon. Well, it's the Gun Control Act of 68, which limited imported weapons to sporting purpose only, which obviously they didn't consider these sporting purposes. So went away after 68. Up next, we have my Beretta. This is the new one I just got. This is a Beretta Jetfire, which is a 950. You'll notice I am missing the safety. The guy took the safety off years ago and lost it, so I've got to get another safety ordered. But this is the tilt barrel. Little Beretta 950 Minx, I think they called this guy. Another push button. These go for $300 to $400. They've got some pretty good, fairly high front sight post, which I think these are probably the best sights on the gun. And then finally, we'll go to the Colt. This is my Colt 1908 25 ACP vest pocket. Again, you've got a safety, much like the 06 FN. You've got a grip cocker, a grip safety here, and then you've got a heel release. Sights, it also has a gutter type sight, but it does have a tiny little nub at the front there. Little notch nub. They're protected. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's snag free. You know, obviously this is the most iconic. So we can talk about, oh, check this out. The guy bought this Beretta from me. He had this in it. He threw this in. Hornady Custom 25 ACP, 35 grain, jacket of hollow point XTPs, $8.95. Wonder how old those are. We'll see. So I've been working on a little list here of my scale. As far as quality, quality just is the production of the gun. I'm definitely going with the 08 as number one. And this is a point scale, which I'll sum up and post at the very end. Beretta, I'll do that one second place. Colt Junior, third place. Astra, last place. You can tell just by the quality of the metal in the frame and the finish, it's not a very expensive gun. Ergonomics, meaning, you know, how well does it grip? How can you articulate the safeties, blah, blah, blah. I went with Beretta. When you do have a safety on here, and I'll cheat a little bit. This is my 21A from Beretta. It'll have the exact same style safety when I get it. So it does have a functional safety that you can reach up and you can carry cocked and lock and reach up and bam, you're going. So I would definitely say Beretta number one, ergonomics, Colt Junior number two, I do like it's a little bit easier to hold, especially with the mag in. Also, the push button has a little. I think that matters. Ergonomics number. And then you go to the Colt, and then finally the Astra. It does sit a little higher in the hand, which makes it a little bit more snappier. Same style safety. Trigger, we'll get out there and do that on the range. Price, definitely the cheapest is the Astra. I think that's cheapest because of the quality as well. Next cheapest would have to be the Beretta. Like I said, $300 to $400 on Gunbroker, followed by the Colt Junior, $400 to $500, followed by the 1908 Vest Pocket. You can pay a lot for these. If you have a very, very nice one in pristine condition, you can pay over $1,000 for these guys. These are pretty little guns. Weight, by far the lightest is the Beretta at 248 grams, followed by the Firecat at 323, followed by the Junior, 341, 345 for the Colt. And then we'll talk about cool factor. Out of all these guns, which one do you think people are going to recognize the most? Which one do you see in movies the most? Obviously, it's this little vest pocket. It just reeks of gangster, prohibition, Boardwalk Empire. Just the slick gangster in a gray suit with this in his pocket. In addition to his '03 Colt, on his hip or in his pocket. That's definitely the coolest gun here, and that's the one that I think most people say, I want that one, if they could have any of them. Followed by, I would definitely go with the Beretta. These little pocket Berettas, little tilt-up barrel Berettas are very popular. There's a bunch of models of them. They're in books, they're in movies. It's just a cool little gun. Next, Colt Junior. Also popular, but not as popular as this other Colt. But they're very nice guns. They're cool guns. Then followed by the Astra. Unfortunately, Astras would be considered just throwaway guns, honestly. Just cheap little Spanish things. So I think that's everything for on the bench here. Let's get out and let's do some accuracy shooting with them. Let's do some what I call shootability, which is just how fast can you pick it up and put rounds on targets. And I brought a couple more things out here. I told you about my Cub being made by my Junior being made by Astra. This is the Astra Cub. Obviously, you can see it is an exact copy of it. This one's in 22 short. This in 25 ACP, of course. But I love this little 25 short gun. But you can tell they're made by the exact same people in the exact same factory. And for comparison, this is a Kel-Tec P32. You can see even the smallest gun I have out here, which is going to be this little Colt, it's just barely smaller than the 32. And honestly, if I'm going defensive, I've got to have a 32 as a minimum. 32 it has so much more punch than a 25 ACP, but you can tell the Colt is smaller, but not a lot smaller. Okay, let's get out to the range. Okay, we're out here on the range. We're going to do a little accuracy testing on this top shoot. And see here, you got the four corners. I'm going to go in alphabetical order, starting at about 11 o'clock and just work my way around. I'm going to do a whole mag of each gun into each one, slow fire, the best grouping I can. We're probably 5 to 6 yards, nothing crazy. Starting first with the Astra. Not a lot of sights on the Astra. All right. We'll say it's got a really nice, crisp trigger, though. All right. Up next, we're going to do the Beretta. We're going to go to the top right. All right. Like we got one low here. All right, let's go to the 1908 Colt. Oh, not good. All right, we're going to go bottom right. Uh-oh, didn't like that one. All right, that's empty. And finally, we'll do the Colt Junior in the bottom left. All right, take a look. Okay, Astra, one up here. Beretta, I think that's one of them low that I pulled. 1908. Maybe a couple here. That may be a double. Good center shot there, though. Or you know what? That could be that one from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe so. I don't know. And then over here to the Junior. All right, let's do some quick shooting. Okay, let's look at shootability. Shootability is what I would call just the ability, how does the gun just pick up and fire naturally at a target? Can you pick up the sights easy? Does it grip easy? Recoil controlled, everything overall, just how easy is it to shoot? So I'm just going to be jumping back and forth through the mags on these two white targets in front of me, about 8 yards or so. So up first, I'm going to have the guns laying on the table. I'm just going to pick them up and go. Up first, we're going to do the Astra. I do have the safety zone. They do have a safety so that I can deactivate it. Again, that would be part of the shootability of it if you're carrying it. All right, Astra. All right, there we go. Couple misses, definitely because of the sights. You do not have a front sight post. You're just kind of putting two grooves together. So that hurts it a bit. All right. Up next, let's go with the Beretta. We are hot. That's it. Oh, had one left. I will say that sights are better. You can pick them up a lot easier. I am getting a little bit of a slide bite, and I don't know if that's slide bite or if it's the hammer pinching my skin. I don't know. We'll see. I may have to make me a little beaver tail out of Kydex like I've done with other guns. Overall, pretty good though. All right, up next we'll do the 08. Oh, pretty good. Felt good. You do have to be sure to get your grip to compress the grip safety, and also you really can only get one finger on this gun. With the other ones like the Junior, I can get 2 full fingers on the gun. Speaking of Junior, let's do it. Junior may need to be cleaned. I would say the Junior needs to be cleaned. I don't know what it is, but it also, good headshot there, also has much more recoil. It really does have more recoil than these other ones. Just because I don't know if it's the same ammo, so I don't know. Maybe the springs, maybe they're a little worn. I don't know, but and it's not the lightest gun. The Beretta is by far the lightest gun, and the Beretta actually feels the best as far as recoil. Let's confirm that. There we go. Try not to get slide bit. Man, yeah, definitely less recoil with the Beretta. I got one left. Didn't hit it. All right, brake. I can feel the Beretta cycling a little bit slower. Maybe needs a good cleaning and polishing or something. but like I said, I hadn't shot a lot of this gun yet. So, well, that's it. I'll add up everything and I'll throw that on the screen right here. And you tell me, what am I missing? What other pocket gun should I try? A little 25 ACP should I put into this for the next round? I like collecting these guys, and put down in the comments which one you would pick, which ones you would, if you could have any of those, which one would you have? So I'll total it up, and I think I know which one's going to be the winner, but I'll be sure to put it on the screen here for you. I appreciate you guys watching.